Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Miss Robert's Corner is all about my teaching, family, and life. Right now, you are watching Miss Robbie's Classroom and I'm Miss Robbie. And today is episode 2 of our Mastering IELTS series, the listening test. If you missed the previous episodes, check out the playlist at the description below. In this video, we will have a brief overview of the listening test, the different test types, and some do's and don'ts in taking the IELTS listening test. Let's get started. First, let's have a brief look on the listening test. Remember that the International English Language System, or IELTS, is designed to help you work, study, or migrate to a country where English is the native language. This includes countries such as Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the UK, and US. Your ability to listen, read, write, and speak in English will be assessed during the test. The IELTS is graded on a scale of 1 to 9. The IELTS listening test takes for about 30 minutes. You will listen to 4 recordings of native English speakers and then write your answers to a series of questions. Assessors will be looking for evidence of your ability to understand the main ideas and detailed factual information, the opinions and attitudes of speakers, the purpose of an utterance, and evidence of your ability to follow the development of ideas. There are 4 parts with 10 questions each. The questions are designed so that the answers appear in the order they are heard in the audio. The recordings are heard only once. They include a range of accents including British, Australian, New Zealand, American, and Canadian. There are various test questions that appear in a listening test. First is the multiple choice. This form of assessment is where respondents select the best possible answers from a list of choices. Next up is the matching type test. This type of assessment where respondents are required to pair items from one list with items in another list based on a specific relationship or criteria. Next is the form, note, table, flowchart, summary, and sentence completion. This type of assessment requires respondents to fill in missing information in a given structure. Lastly is diagram completion. In this test, the subject is presented with a series of diagrams or patterns, some of which are incomplete. The task is to complete the missing parts based on a set of rules or patterns. Here are some strategies when taking the listening test. Use the time given to read any headings and the next set of questions. Use the questions to help you predict what the recording will be about and what the answers might be. This will help you focus on the recording when you listen. Listen very carefully to the introduction because it gives you more information about the context. Don't panic if you miss an answer. Forget the question and move straight on to the next one so you don't miss that. Listen carefully for signposting language so you know when the speaker is moving on to the next question. Don't worry if you don't understand some words. You may not need to know them to answer the question. Don't spend time checking answers you have already written down. You can do this when transferring your answers to the answer sheet. Make sure you transfer words to the answer sheet carefully so you don't lose points by writing an incorrect number, letter, or word. Finally, spell words correctly or your answer will be marked wrong. You can write in small letters or capital letters. If you write in capital letters, make sure capitals for names are clearly bigger. Now test yourself by taking this simple listening test. Get a piece of paper to write down your answers, then check them afterwards. Are you ready? Let's go!
You will hear a telephone conversation between a customer and an agent at a company which ships large boxes overseas.
Good morning. Packham's shipping agents. Can I help you?
Oh, yes. I'm ringing to make inquiries about sending a large box, a container, back home to Kenya from the UK.
Yes, of course. Would you like me to try and find some quotations for you?
Yes, that'd be great. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I need a few details from you.
Fine.
Can I take your name?
It's Jacob Mkere.
Can you spell your surname, please?
Yes, it's Mkere.
Is that M for mother?
Yes.
Thank you. And you say that you will be sending the box to Kenya?
That's right.
And where would you like the box picked up from?
From college, if possible.
Yes, of course. I'll take down the address now.
It's Westall College.
Is that Westall?
Yes, college.
Westall College. And where's that?
It's Downlands Road in Bristol.
Oh, yes, I know it. And the postcode?
It's BS8 9PU.
Right. And I need to know the size.
Yes, I've measured it carefully and it's 1.5 metres long.
Right.
0.75 metres wide.
OK.
And it's 0.5 metres high or deep.
Great. So I'll calculate the volume in a moment and get some quotes for that. But first, can you tell me, very generally, what will be in the box?
Yes, there's mostly clothes.
OK.
And there's some books.
OK, good. Anything else?
Yes, there's also some toys.
OK, and what is the total value, do you think, of the contents?
Well, the main costs are the clothes and the books. They'll be about £1,500. But then the toys are about another 200. So I'd put down £1,700.
OK, right. Now, obviously insurance is an important thing to consider, and our companies are able to offer very good rates in a number of different all-inclusive packages.
Sorry, could you explain a bit more?
Yes, sorry. There's really 3 rates according to quality of insurance cover. There's the highest comprehensive cover, which is premium rate. Then there's standard rate, and then there's economy rate. That one will only cover the cost of the contents second-hand.
Oh, I've been stung before with economy insurance, so I'll go for the highest.
Mm-hmm. And can I just check, would you want home delivery or to a local depot, or would you want to pick it up at the nearest port?
The port would be fine. I've got transport that end.
Fine. And will you be paying by credit card?
Can I pay by cheque?
You will hear an extract from a talk given to a group who are going to stay in the UK.
Good evening, and welcome to the British Council. My name is John Parker, and I've been asked to talk to you briefly about certain aspects of life in the UK before you actually go there. So I'm going to talk first about the best ways of making social contacts there. Now, you might be wondering why it should be necessary. After all, we meet people all the time. But when you're living in a foreign country, it can be more difficult, not just because of the language, but because customs may be different. If you're going to work in the UK, you will probably be living in private accommodation, so it won't be quite so easy to meet people. But there are still things that you can do to help yourself. First of all, you can get involved in activities in your local community. Join a group of some kind. For example, you'll probably find that there are theatre groups who might be looking for actors, set designers and so on. Or if you play an instrument, you could join music groups in your area. Or if you like the idea of finding out about local history, there'll be a group for that too. These are just examples. And the best place to get information about things like this are either the town hall or the public library. Libraries in the UK perform quite a broad range of functions nowadays. They're not just confined to lending books, although that's their main role, of course.
Now that ends the listening test. Pause this video and check your work. How did you do? Got a perfect score? Awesome! Now you have a general idea about the IELTS listening test. On the next episode, we will be talking about the IELTS reading test. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content. Thanks for watching!